Welcome, everyone, to the Commentary Podcast. I am your host, Pat Brennan. Today on the podcast, we are going to be watching The Thing. It was released in 1982. It is written by Bill Lancaster and directed by John Carpenter. The film stars Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, T.K. Carter, David Glennon, and Keith David. A research team in Antarctica is hunted by a shape-shifting alien that assumes the appearance of its victims. Joining me for this rewatch of The Thing is Freddie Lee. I previously had him on an episode where we did Raiders of the Lost Ark, so it's great to have him back. I will drop all of his info in the episode description, so please give him a follow on all of his channels. Now, I'm going to be watching the 4K copy I have of The Thing, but it is currently available to rent on Amazon for $3.79, on Apple for $4, and on Fandango at home for $4. I say we get things kicked off. We are going to be pressing play on The Thing, and I hope you do as well. In 3, 2, and 1. A Universal picture. Box office bomb.
Yeah, imagine. I saw this with the other Pat. It's a year or two ago at the Alamo. I think it was probably 2 years ago for the anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
So fun to watch.
How was
on the big
that?
screen. It was my second time on the big screen. And
Yeah, I've never seen this on the big screen, so I'm jealous.
I'm sure it'll make the rounds. Not that it's been making the rounds.
Yeah.
He pointed out something which I sort of forgot, but there was a lot of subtleties that you see in the theater that you don't really see on TV. That I think there's a lot of really darkly comedic nuances in some of the acting and delivery that's more obvious in the theater. It's a much richer and scarier experience in the theater.
Especially this, opening credits. It's black.
Yeah, it's black and white.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen this?
I'd say maybe around 20. I haven't seen it in a while, if I'm being honest. So this will be a nice, refreshing watch.
Yeah, totally. I think I watched this a couple weeks ago.
So it's fresh on the mind.
I'm so happy to watch this. I try to watch it once a year.
Yeah, I tried to, but the last couple of years I haven't watched it. I feel like usually around Halloween time.
Oh yeah.
He tries to do the same, The Thing from Another World, logo. Mm-hmm. Those that are listening, this is a remake of The Thing from Another World by Howard Hawks production. Some people think this is this is the original, and it's not.
No, but it certainly is a better adaptation.
I mean, yeah, it's better. Yeah. Probably argue between this and maybe The Godfather Part 2, the greatest that's not a sequel, but the greatest, got to be the greatest remake of all time is this.
Yeah, the fact that we're still talking about it 42 years later. Mm-hmm. It really has stood the test of time.
Yeah, I think this came out the same day as Blade Runner.
Just about, yeah. Maybe a day or two.
And both
same week for sure. They both bomb, and both are now considered classics, masterpieces.
Yeah. I've always wondered what movies in the next 10, 15 years will be re-examined from the past 5 years and be considered a classic.
I'm gonna say
Tenet.
I'm gonna say Tenet.
Tenet, yeah. I think Tenet. Hot take might be Babylon. I think that's gonna be re-examined. Yeah, I always wonder because again, movies like this, and they watch it maybe. I think this got a VHS release is when it became massive cult classic.
Yes.
They said this dog actor is yeah, I was literally about to say that. I didn't even think John Carpenter was this is the greatest dog actor I've ever seen. This dog is insane. And the music, because it's the first that Carpenter didn't do of his own movies. Morricone then used the stuff that he didn't use in this, he used for the Hateful Eight.
Right. It's funny that Tarantino reused some of this music, some of those tracks in Hateful Eight, which is stuff is what, if I understood correctly, it's a sort of a reaction to the thing, towards the paranoia and being stuck in one location.
Because they used an actual abandoned like American base, no, for this.
Oh, I think they did.
There he is. The last choice for acting in this role.
I know. Imagine.
They originally wanted I think Nick Nolte was like the original who the studio wanted.
That was an interesting.
I could see it. They kind of have like the same, like, especially if they both had beards and long hair. I could see that they like the same like eyes.
Yeah, they do have the same eyes. They're both kind of cynical.
And he did grow out his hair and beard for this.
Yeah.
A year, he said. Took him a year. That's what I would do.
Right.
Actually, now that Lost is on Netflix, I see it's like making their rounds again on Twitter.
Yes.
And I just realized that Locke does a little scene where he goes and plays the computer at like a station, plays chess on the computer. So maybe a reference. Maybe a little, yeah. Could be overthinking it, but probably not.
You know, that's Linda Locke. I wouldn't put it past him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'd do it.
Yeah, it's crazy that, because like obviously growing up, like I was always like, oh, everyone's seen The Thing, but
no,
I was at the time, no one saw The Thing.
I mean, well, I did. One of the few people. I did. My friend did. My friend and I from high school really wanted to see it, so I had to drag my parents to take us because it was rated R.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry, it's not. They were just completely stunned at what they saw. They're not prepared.
This is Keith David's first credit, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be his first feature.
Yeah, he probably did some like smaller stuff or like shorts or something, but TV stuff.
Oh yeah. Come a long way.
Damn, they really missed on that toss.
Oh, yeah, that's just a bit. That location is just gorgeous. Though. Look at the snow path, and the mountains, and wow.
I believe all the interiors are universal.
Yeah.
Like when there's sound stages.
Yeah. I forget which specific stages they used, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the case. Oh yeah, really missed.
Damn.
I mean, this is kind of darkly comedic. Oh my gosh.
So do you know what this guy's saying?
Oh, I forgot.
I wrote it down. He says, "Get the hell out of there. That's not a dog. It's some sort of thing. It's imitating a dog. It isn't real. Get away, you idiots."
I think I picked up the thing from all that. And also I haven't seen this many times.
Because I feel like some movies probably would put the subtitles on.
Yeah.
Of like what he was saying. And then they'd be like, oh. Like it gives away the or it doesn't give away like the what are you saying? It works better.
It works better. It actually, that's like another building block to the tension.
Mm-hmm. I mean, right away, dude just exploded from like a grenade. The
Yeah.
helicopter exploded, and then they shot a guy in the head. Like,
Well, they were shooting a dog at first, and then they shot the guy in the head right through the eye. Yeah, and this is only what, 5 minutes, maybe 10.
Mm,
And actually, one of the first things you hear is Norwegian, not even English.
yeah, yeah. You
And
only hear like a line or two from Kurt Russell, and that's about it.
right, right.
I read that I guess whenever like researchers go to like these kind of remote places that are cold, they always watch The Thing, like the first thing.
Yeah.
Just, and then be like, hopefully it doesn't happen to us. Anyway, let's get to work, guys.
Let's get to work in the next few months.
This is the start of 80s Kurt Russell, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Nice way to get the entire cast on screen.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching the 4K of this, and it looks pretty damn good.
Oh, so am I. Yeah, I had to do it. I had to take it out of the shelf and put it in the player. Wilford.
Oh yeah, I always forget he's in this. Every time.
Yeah.
Get a hold of somebody. Get a hold of anybody. We gotta report this mess. Look, I haven't been able to read shit in 2 weeks. I doubt if anybody's talked to anybody on this entire continent, and you want me to reach somebody.
This would be me, roller skating around. I'd be building a hockey rink outside.
Right. Sitting around outside.
That's something to do.
Yep.
He did such a good job of making every character like completely different.
Very distinctive.
I always like wonder, like watching like ensembles, like if you watch like Everybody Wants Some or something, and you just realize how every character is just so much different. Like you got to be watching these before to get into that vibe of writing everybody different, especially if you're the only one writing the script, like Linklater.
Yeah.
That block.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be easy to. You almost have to compartmentalize, right, in your head to write for those different characters.
Mm-hmm. And then back to that other scene that was just there, like using the entire frame for every character, essentially, blocking perfectly. Again, I just feel like you just don't see that a lot anymore.
I was just thinking that you don't see a lot of good blocking in cinema anymore. Very few people do it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's yeah, actually, I'm not. That's a good question as to why we see less good blocking these days.
Yeah, because I feel like with shots like that, when they're all around the table, it makes it look like you're watching like a stage play. Like obviously older movies would do. They'd use the entire set, so they're using the whole set there. Yeah. Now you're just gonna have multiple, like just a bunch of coverage, and everyone's one person's sitting down. Like just, I don't know. I feel like they've just slow. I mean, some stuff does it, but it's not as often as you see it.
When you think about Spielberg, he'll be able to do that as
yeah, he's the master of blocking. Yeah,
right. He could take those different shots, people standing, sitting, different parts of the room, but stitch it all together into one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And also tell you what's going on top of that. Oh, there's the dog, got a big amazing dog. Oh, the hat. I think recently, wasn't there something about Russell saying he hated that hat? But he had to wear it because Carpenter already shot the second unit.
Yeah.
with someone with the standard you wearing the hat so he can not wear
So yeah, don't
it.
wear it. I feel like I see like that look of Kurt Russell like with the hat on and then, like the blue and glasses like on so many people's like Twitter profile
Oh
photos.
yeah, it's iconic.
Yeah. So you guys don't know who I am. About to kill all of you.
Find out. Woof.
So I think originally, um, like this movie came out, this think it was this song was in it, and then their rights for it like went away. So whenever like there'd be home releases, it'd be a different song in there.
Yeah, it was.
So I think Universal was able to finally renegotiate, and now it's back in. But I don't know how long ago that was.
It
Maybe
was
like 10, 15
probably
years ago.
VHS.
Yeah.
I don't know if
So I
it's on
guess.
the Laserdisc or not.
Yeah, I guess whenever like late 80s, if you're watching it, it's a different song there. So,
If someone has the old VHS, they can confirm.
yeah, or Laserdisc.
Or Laserdisc, yeah.
I'm sure it's probably on YouTube too somewhere. Someone's got it. I love that shot.
Yeah. So
If you don't know who it is. I think Carpenter said he only did like 3 or 4 takes of that because the dog got it every time.
right.
And they were just like, Jesus Christ, this dog is good.
Yeah, he should be a star. Have you seen the black and white original film, first film?
And funny enough, actually, I just found because I think Warner Archive doesn't have it on Blu-ray, but it's like around 20, and I'm like, I like it, but I don't know if I want to spend $20 on a Blu-ray for
Mhm.
that. But then I was at like the used bookstore I always go to, where I find like DVDs and Blu-rays, and I found it for $1.99 on DVD.
Wow, that's
So
a
I was
deal.
like, hell yeah! I was like, hell yeah! So I just bought it, which is funny enough because in um, Halloween they're watching the original, The Thing,
Yeah,
when at the very end, which is funny because then he'd go on to remake The Thing.
yeah, it's one of those weird coincidences. Like
Mm,
he didn't know he was going to be making this back then, but he's always
yeah.
been a fan of the original. And I think what he brought from the original was the paranoia and trust issues.
hmm I do like the original, and I have the remake, I guess, of this, or I guess that's a prequel of this,
Hmm.
with Joel Edgerton and Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah,
Um, I haven't seen it in a long time. I think I got that also for pretty cheap. I need to rewatch it, but I think I didn't mind it when I first watched it. I thought it was fine.
I thought it was fine. I thought once I was in Edmonton, they were great in it.
Hmm
They usually are great in anything they're in. I do think the unfortunate use of CG kind of takes you out of it.
Yeah. hmm Which I guess is supposed to be this space right here. Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you
So it's like, yeah,
see,
like it didn't happen too long ago there. Yeah.
yeah,
Because I guess there is a continuation of this. I've never played it, but it's the video game that came out in like early 2000s.
yes,
Um,
that's being
and
remastered right now.
oh yeah, so yeah, I saw the remasters coming out, and Carpenter said that is canon. So
Oh, really?
there is a story after this. So
Oh, okay.
spoiler: David's character dies in the
I think I think there was a series of comic books that came out too, and
game.
the child's character dies in that. So I don't know if the game follows that. I don't know if the
Yeah.
game actually follows the comics or they just kind of worked out that way.
I've never played it, so I'm excited to play it. I heard it's people are like, yeah, it's great.
I'll definitely play it when it comes out.
Yeah, I guess these were all Universal sound stages. It's just great.
This is just
Just
amazing,
great.
amazing.
Which
Yeah.
is incredible because at the time the critics ripped it apart. They're like, this looks so bad. And you're like watching it now and you're like, what are you talking about? These practical effects are insane. And I love it.
No, I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, I was always under the impression this is some of the best. This was the best, certainly state of the
oh
art
yeah,
at the
this is the
time.
like I think it still is like the pinnacle. People probably go back and watch it when they're gonna do some practice. Like I want to see what they did in the thing. Like they gotta
Yeah,
watch
no,
it
no, yeah,
again.
because Botti really, there's a lot of like fine details that he sculpted into the final maquettes
Hmm.
and these cadavers. They're just beautiful work.
Yeah, because Carpenter wanted to make everything else like very muted in tone, so like the blood would just be so red when you see it. Like right there when you first saw the blood, it was just dark
Just
red.
popped.
Yeah, basically pops on the screen, especially on the 4K.
Oh yeah. And having that be, frozen
Hmm.
like that.
I also think Harrison Ford was interested. He read the scripts, which would have been funny
Interesting
if
too.
this
Yeah.
and Blade Runner came out the same day and he started both around the same time.
Known to happen with actors.
Could you imagine if Harrison Ford was also in this? Like Jesus, the ultimate '80s star.
He already is. He already was.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And now he would just be even more.
Right.
I want to get the vinyl of this. I don't have the vinyl. I don't even know if there is one. There probably is.
There is one. I don't know if it's one of those overpriced collector things now.
Hmm. Like I'm sure it's. Yeah, I mean, little things like that always get, especially because vinyl's even bigger than vinyl actually was when it was selling.
And more
Uh,
expensive.
yeah, I know. I see those like boutique labels that make stuff, and you're like, "Ugh, I want that, but I don't want to spend $70 on it.
Yeah,
Like
no. Yeah, it's too much.
if I saw it online or like Amazon for 25, 30, like yeah, I'll get it. But like,
Oh, here we are.
no Star Wars reference.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I feel like people don't realize how many like references to stuff, same shots. It's like people do the same things, man. They steal.
Oh
Like who
yeah.
cares? Like, but I love how you can't really see like them. They were out of focus. It's
Yeah.
like you're preparing for the practical effects that are about to come.
That's really just another step towards the craziness that's coming.
Hmm.
But also it's nice it sort of builds up to how really gory that cadaver
Hmm.
is. Oh, there's the dog.
There's the
Wow,
thing.
that's amazing. Still he is.
It wasn't the dog's name like Jed? I think it was Jed. Was their
Good
actual
Jed,
dog's?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Yeah. It's incredible. Just sucks that nowadays, yeah, this would probably be like mostly CGI, the whole thing.
Well, yeah. Well, people are going back to practical stuff now.
Yeah. Like if I was an actor the first time I saw this and like this is my reaction, I'd be like, you guys made this? This is insane. Like,
Yeah, actually, weren't a lot of the actors pretty grossed out by this, except for Brimley,
yeah.
because he's a real cowboy or something, and he actually
Rim
hunted
was
and
like, yeah, he's like, I saw this
skinned.
last week.
Yeah. I remember even the VHS and even Laserdisc some of that creature, that cadaver, was hard to read just because of the resolution. It wasn't until the 4K that it was fine and clear again. And certainly it's very clear on the big screen.
I know the used bookstore I have, I go to, they have like a bunch of locations. They have laser discs there, and I'm like, I don't have a laser disc player. Like, I can't buy this. Like, VHS is weirdly making a comeback.
Yeah, like vinyl.
I feel like if I were to do a VHS, I do have my friend sent me Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
VHS. I feel like I'd only want to collect like horror. I feel like horror would just hits different on VHS.
Yes, there's a vibe to the gradation of
Scary
the
movie,
tapes and the scan lines and the artifacts.
But I can't like justify collecting more things.
Yum.
Yeah, you're right.
They're apparently real organs. From what I read.
Oh yeah.
And Billy was totally fine handling them.
Like probably like a cow's organ or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, Brimley. Yeah, last week, dude, I ate this for dinner. I just remember the commercials he used to do. I think he did like the silver dollar commercial when I was like growing up.
Yeah. Of course, the diabetes.
Yeah.
Quaker Oats. When he was in Hard Target with John Claude Van Damme. On a horse riding away from the explosion. Just crazy.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't tried to remake this.
The Thing?
Yeah.
I think it'd be crazy too. I think it'd be hard. To convince me to do it right now.
Because I'm sure some people think that was it 2011 that one's a remake, but it's a prequel.
It's a prequel, but judging how well that went over,
yeah,
I don't think people want to touch this unless they try it as a miniseries or something.
Yeah, miniseries. Yeah.
So speaking of which, as an aside, I saw on Apple Plus that there's a new Time Bandits coming. With Jermaine and Taika producing acting. So if they ever redo the thing, I could see them doing something like that. Still, you have to go back to how they're going to handle the transformations.
Yeah. Especially if you don't use practical. It's like people aren't going to like this.
It would be, aside from budgetary limitations, there would have to be some combination of practical and CG. Can't be all one or the other. I mean, they can, but then it just becomes a budget thing.
Yeah.
That dog is really amazing.
So calm.
He sells it.
Yes, 4K looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, the details with the color timing was great too.
It's like, now you guys are in here with me. Oof.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That's funny. The first time you watch this, you're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Like the way the head splits apart, like a flower.
Just crazy. Just how good it looks.
Wasn't this particular set piece loved by Winston? Because my team was so busy with all the other set pieces. And they were exhausted by this point when they did the
Yeah.
shot.
You step out for 3 minutes, come right
Right,
back.
because of that. It's amazing how dark it is, but you can still sort of see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. So like, I'm like getting the chills like watching that part.
Just the tentacles slamming
Yeah,
away.
I think those are just like the like rubber whips, like Indiana Jones like whips. It was like
Yeah,
that. And you would just like shake them really fast.
it's just nasty.
It reminds me of like a snake, and it's you know, I don't like
Yeah.
snakes. So, like, like if I saw a snake, nope, I am out of here. I'm sprinting the other way.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Speaking of, I brought up Everybody Wants Some earlier. Wyatt Russell's in Everybody Wants Some.
Oh yes, that's right.
And they finally used Kurt and Wyatt in the same thing, played the same character.
Oh, in Monarch, yeah. It was awesome.
It's like, finally, you guys did it. Because if you give Wyatt, like, he's done some roles where he has like long hair and a beard, and like he looks exactly like Kurt in the 80s.
Kurt with blonde hair, pretty much.
Yeah, basically just with Goldie's hair, Kurt's face.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine seeing that? I'd be like, bro, we're all leaving, right? Yeah, this to me, I mean, I'm sure everyone agrees, you'll agree, is the greatest use of practical effects like ever. Now, I'm sure a lot of like people have re-examined they're not obviously killing the dog, but shooting a dog on screen,
it's brutal enough as it is.
Yeah, but it adds to as terrible as it is, it adds to the terror.
Oh yeah. Oof. Sound effects too. Wow.
Yeah, because I think originally they were gonna do like a guy in like a suit, like Alien kind of. And Carpenter said that was the only thing, like he loves Alien, but that was the only thing he didn't like about Alien. Like he thinks it should have been way more practical.
Right. That when that thing opened up for years, it gave me the heebie-jeebies.
The whole scene, man, it's terrifying.
Yeah. I think if I recall 42 years ago in the theater, it was speechless. Everyone was quiet.
Probably could hear a pin drop.
Yeah, just not seen anything like this before.
Yeah. And what I love about it is you really don't see everything until the characters see them as well.
Yeah.
So you're all seeing it essentially at the same time.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I love how it's just basically the same exterior like shot. It's just day, night. We're back to day again.
Yeah. Look at that lump of massive tissue and organs.
I mean, like you guys are gonna touch this thing? Like,
he's got gloves on, but it barely passes wrist.
I'd be like, I'm trying to get the hell out of here. I'd be packing everything. Like, I don't care. I'd walk out of there. I don't care if I get lost in the snow.
Yeah.
Rather freeze to death than
like
eat mine, Aunt. Yeah, if like as an actor, like I don't really get, if I was an actor, I would like, I don't get like too grossed out by things. But I feel like if I was like cutting this open, feeling I probably would start to like gag, be like, oh, I can't. I gotta take a
Right.
second.
Right.
I love that little freeze.
You see what we're talking about here is an organism that imitates other life forms, and it imitates them perfectly. When this thing attacked our dogs, it tried to digest them.
I remember using those erasers in
And
school.
putting on his mouth. Just touching the thing and putting it on his mouth. Oh my God.
Be like, bro, do you want to turn into the thing? Because you're asking for it.
Imitation. We got to it before it had time to finish. Finish what? Finish imitating these.
And there you go, like perfectly how you showed every character. All he had to do was just walk around the room,
Right.
pan the camera. They're all
Great
there.
blocking.
Did you notice anything strange about the dog? Anything at all? Strange? No.
That kind of looks like David Harbour a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Just wandering around camp over there.
Almost sounds like a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sounds like him. Yeah. I think he can. Carpenter considers this his like the first of his like Apocalypse trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Prince of Darkness and Mouth of Madness, I think.
Yes.
In the Mouth of Madness.
Yes. And personally, I would add Halloween 3 to enter into a quadrilogy because it has a lot of the same vibes as these three other movies.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he went on a run in like late 70s, 80s. Like,
yeah, he was on a roll.
Pretty high up there. At the time, people would probably say no, but you looking back and you're like, this dude was killing it for a minute.
So I understand he did Christine after this as a way to kind of preserve his career, not to get paid. But I think it did okay. It did actually help him. I think today is actually the anniversary of what was my brain's not working today.
There's your homage to the OG.
Oh yeah.
And look at that, they're planning thermite truck. Whatever it was bigger than that block of ice you had.
Can't like every day. It's like this movie was released 40 years ago today. It was released.
I know, right?
Then you're like, damn, I'm old. Shit.
Oh, oh there it is. Today's anniversary of Big Little Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little China.
Nice.
1986.
I'm glad. I don't think it'll ever come to fruition now that because The Rock wanted to remake that. I'm glad. I don't think that's ever going to go anywhere. So
I think at this point, Carpenter is totally okay if he gets paid.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you do it, White Russell right there.
Yeah.
If you really want to do it,
I
guess they may be thinking
about.
Yeah, I mean, if you maybe made like a sequel or something, or prequel, I don't know. Again, yeah, why would you want to do it? Be like, I'm good. My dad was played that, so I'm good.
Right.
We don't need to remake every damn thing. I say that as we're watching a remake. But at that time, they didn't remake a lot.
This is a new concept. New concept.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that painting.
Whitlock.
I always say if you're going to remake something, either remake a silent film or remake a movie that was lost during the silent era.
Right.
Because there's a lost Hitchcock film. Like, take that concept and make it into a movie. It's like one of his earlier movies. It's like something. It's like a murder that happens at like an inn or something.
It's lost, huh? It's too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many like lost movies. Like, just take those concept, the synopsis, and work it. Like, I wouldn't have a problem if you made those. It's like, I mean, either they were silent or doesn't exist. So
Right.
he probably thought the cowboy hat just looked so ridiculous, like like too comical in a way.
Like almost it's probably as wide as the shoulders. Right. It's
Yeah.
huge. It's a huge thing.
And the brims are so like pulled up.
Yeah.
Carpenter has said this is his favorite movie he ever made.
Yeah.
My favorite of his is Halloween, but this is right there. Yeah, I think for like the sound stages, they made the interior because it was like, I think when they were filming it was like 100 degrees outside in LA, so the interiors were all like 30-40 degrees.
You think?
I mean, most sound stages are, but they really
they
made sure. Yeah,
it's cold.
just, and also you could get that effect of being like you actually are in the Arctic.
You get the breath too.
Yeah. Well, I think Kurt Russell said that he would also, right before each take a couple puffs of a cigarette.
Oh yeah,
get that breath going. Yeah, that blocking.
It's almost like a lost art.
Even right there, that shot, leaning on the table, see everybody.
It's different, see, because it's from outer space. What do you want from me? Ask him. You buy any of this, Blair?
I don't know. Now the second freeze frame on his face. Cell intruder.
Oh, the old days of computer graphics.
Yeah. Looks great.
I got a Commodore 64 not long after this movie, and I was trying to figure out how to do this. It was impossible. Also, the amount of math and you have to do vectors and X, Y, grids, and oh my god. Even just trying to draw that thing was a chore, and then trying to move that thing, just forget it.
Damn. Information quick.
Yeah. If they remake this today, they would have to deal with people with cell phones.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you'd have to set it again in the 80s.
Or that doesn't work.
Yeah. Like a lot of movies don't work. Like, you'd be like, well, why don't they just use their cell phone?
Like, right. Or they just set it in the past.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, they created a whole like him and Carpenter, Kurt Russell. They created a whole backstory for his character. Like he was alcoholic, PTSD, Vietnam War.
Yeah.
But they obviously don't really delve into it. But they just you can tell by the like drinking all the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, you can sort of see it in the sets, such as in the way he
Mm-hmm.
behaves,
Mm-hmm.
the clothes that he wears.
Yeah.
It's got some like military flavor to it all.
Mm-hmm. Like the green pants.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love this. It's gross, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the artistry of it and the creativity of it.
Just so detailed.
Right? It's just state of the art still, like you said, in many ways. It's so much went into it. Yeah, there it comes.
Oof. Out of focus in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a couple people that traveled to this location like way I don't know how long ago. Not too long ago, but they found some of the set pieces still there. They were like covered in snow. They like part of the helicopter propeller was still there.
Did they take it? I hope they
Yeah,
took it.
so it's like they took it, yes, and now it's like I think they put it in like a collection. And it makes you wonder how many like set pieces from other movies were just left behind and over time they've just like fallen into the ground. Oh no. Dude, take that little thing and drive out of there. Like, let's
Right.
get the hell out of here.
Like in The Shining, just leave. Just
Yeah.
leave. Doesn't matter.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Look at all that blood.
I love windows and sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, not cool.
Oof.
Uh,
Dude, close the door. What are you doing?
yeah, close the door. Where's your privacy?
Yep. Nope. 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 I'm out of here. Damn. Yeah, I love that he does. Like, you don't really see a lot. Like, you as the audience are also with the characters as opposed to like leaving in that room and seeing break out of the and transforming into a
His
thing.
hands or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like you're seeing it just as they
almost
are.
done.
Yeah. Damn.
Love the sound effects for the
Mm-hmm.
screams for these creatures.
Like even to hit like Kurt Russell's character there, like going back to his backstory, like he's the only one that's willing to be like, this guy's gone, we got to get rid of him. Everyone
Yeah.
else would just be too scared to do that. Like he's following his military like background. They're all
Right.
scared. He's like, we gotta,
He's just gonna do it.
yeah, it's like we gotta do this. essentially it's not every man for himself, but I'd be like, I'm listening to him, man. Like, I'll follow.
I'll follow him. Let's go. I'll do what he says.
It's funny that like the Arctic wind sounds are actually, they captured those sounds in Palm Springs, California. So that's desert wind blowing.
Oh my
Desert
God,
wind
that's so
blowing for
funny.
Arctic air.
That's so funny. Sand, snow, what's the difference?
It all sounds the same. I think Kurt Russell like played a joke on Carpenter after this scene. The next day he came in with like bandages all over his face, saying that he got burned by the flamethrower.
Of course he did.
It's just to scare John Carpenter, being like, "Yeah, we can't film anymore. I'm all burned." I mean, the budget for this was like one of the highest budgets for any horror movie ever at the time. It was 15 mil.
No, 82 is pretty high. Yeah.
Compared to him making like Halloween for like 800 grand or something. Like,
right.
Now this movie would be made for like 100, 120.
Oh, easily.
20 mil to the lead actor.
15 mil be more than 150 mil.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, I'd be gathering all the weapons. It's funny that like that little shot there kind of looks like earlier when they were opening the creature up, like that
Yeah, it
little
does.
hole.
It does.
Oh no. They're all losing it. I just love the camera work in this.
It was all steady cam, right? Just like a shot.
Steady cam there, yeah. Just watching everybody's descent into madness. Look at those old computers.
Oh gosh. Like all that computing power probably in our phone now.
All just 1 gig.
1 gig. Cabinets full of equipment. 1 gig.
And now you can get like 30 terabytes on like the smallest hard drive you've ever seen.
Exactly. Keychain.
Yeah, see, he's showing everyone what to do. Kind of like a military formation, essentially.
Yep.
I wonder if they just let him like say whatever you want while you're hitting that. Like, This is
Southern drawl
very
comes out.
very like westerny vibe there. Like I'll kill you. Just
Kill
she's
you.
like
Yeah.
like in a bar, like a western bar.
It's kind of like almost like a bar fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost is like a bar fight. I love how that's what knocks him out. Him trying to get up.
Oh, that's a concussion, actually.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that. Yikes.
Killing his friends. Did you see the re-release on film or just digital?
It was the theater, so I almost want to say it was the DLP or digital projection. But it was
Next time this.
it was the
What's that?
it was the source for the 4K disc. So it was
So
just
probably was
really,
this. Probably this
yeah,
version.
yeah. Yeah, to keep an eye open for it. I'm sure it's going to show up in LA somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll play it. I think like the New Beverly or something. I have to make a drive there, watch it on film because they only show on film at the New Beverly.
Yeah.
Usually all 35 millimeter.
The way to watch it.
I think there is a 70 millimeter print of this
somewhere.
Look at the alcohol.
Radio's gone. So the choppers. Yeah, we completely cut off. All we do now is hold up till spring, wait till the rest gets in. No, don't wait. Somebody in this camp ain't what he appears to be. Right now, that may be one or two of us. By spring, it could be all of us. So
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Not by spring, by like Tuesday.
Some kind of test, doc? Oh, yeah, possibly. I've been thinking about a blood serum test. What's that? Take a sample of each person's
Famous blood scene.
Mix it with uncontaminated blood. I suppose if there's a reaction, we know who isn't.
The scene that sold Carpenter on making it. The blood scene.
Keep an eye on Clark. Close to that dog. We need Blair's help. He's the only one who knows what this organized too far along on Fuse. Get the rest of his notebooks. Start going for
Too far,
sure.
Just feed him alcohol and I don't know, let him sit in there.
Another mystery.
Hey, you guys, come here.
Oof. The shot of just the blood pouring out.
So much blood.
Was this broken into? The lock is undamaged. Somebody opened it, closed it, and then locked it. Great. Well, who's got access to it? Guess I'm the only one. I got the only key.
Yeah, the cinematographer. I think during this scene, he said he did a subtle hint as to who was the thing.
Was the lighting?
Was the lighting around the eyes? Everyone else's faces are all lit up, but Palmer's are like darker.
But was that Semler's choice or was that a Carpenter Semler decision? Because I know Carpenter Let's hit back on similar
I think it was
about who was the thing, who was human at the end, based on how he lit it and shot it.
I think it
Carpenter's.
was Cundy's idea.
Oh, Cundy, sorry, not similar.
Yeah. Because it's like, I mean, you could hint the audience, but I think the audience is probably just so engaged now. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't know who it is.
It's blocking.
Mm. Whenever I see like blocking like that, I just want to see the marks on the ground.
Right. Right.
I always tell, like I mentioned this many times in the podcast, but I always loved watching like old blocking and Spencer Tracy whenever he's walking and he's looking down, he's just looking where his line of mark is, see where I gotta walk to.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. So.
Yeah, and I'll just walk up and then I'll stand up and I'll say the line as he lifts his head up.
Like, don't bother me with technical details.
Yeah. Or every time he walks around, he's always looking at the ground. He's always looking to see where I have to walk.
Yeah, that's one of those things that people who want to do acting, they don't know to think about that. Well, that's part of their job when they're out there acting.
Mm-hmm.
Right, to keep a part of the brain attuned to where they're at with the markers.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I've seen so many, obviously, movies and shows, and like I can always tell when actors are like, "What's my next line? What's my next line? What's my next line?" Like I can see them and they just deliver the line. As to actually being like, like going back, like I'm gonna drop Boy Meets World in this, but if you watch like first season of Boy Meets World, if you watch like Ben Savage, he'll mouth like when someone else is talking. He'll mouth their line like he's saying his line, so he knows when this next line is. But he was good at delivering the line, but he was definitely he memorized the whole script, so he knew. Wow. But I can always tell when actors are like, "What's my next line? What's my next line? What's my next line?" And then they say the line. It's very stiff and wooden.
Right, right. It really just sounds like they're repeating something, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a storm hitting us in 6 hours. We're gonna find out who's who.
And we're all gonna die. Yeah, I mean, this would be terrifying. Like, you don't know who's who. Shut up. The pacing of this movie is great.
Oh yeah.
Already an hour in.
It's subtle, but the pacing speeds up as it goes along until you get the finale. I love how this thing is shot, the composition.
Mm-hmm.
Just love.
Storm's been hitting us hard now for 48 hours. We still have nothing to go on.
Slowly drinking that whiskey.
Just drinking that whiskey, but you have the house background's brighter and lit, and you feel like there's possibly something out there.
Match with like all the blue.
Yeah, and you have the blue all
coldness of death lingering. But according to the game, he survives, so he's still alive. Spoiler.
Spoiler. Yeah.
Nobody trusts anybody now. We're all very tired.
That's become a meme now. We're all very tired.
Yeah, we're all very tired. After anything, yeah. Just
Yeah.
that, like, we're all very tired.
Yeah, this composition, the shot is just beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Just have the half blue on his face, too.
Right. This too. It's simple. No movement.
Yeah. Look at that diopter shot. Oof!
Yes.
Beautiful.
Come up with anything yet? One or two ideas.
More
That's gotta
movies
be
need
acid in his
those.
hands, right?
What's that?
That's gotta be acid in that bottle, right? He just
Yeah.
had his hand on it, almost like he was gonna use it.
Mm. I think it is. I think that's what. I think he even said, like, it was supposed to be like he would have thrown it on him if he actually was like gonna come and kill him there. Or it's tequila.
Yeah.
And he's just getting wasted.
Getting wasted. Vodka.
Dude, I'd be like, whatever, man. If we're all going, let's go. Like, if we're all gonna
Let's go
die.
drunk.
Yeah, let's just get drunk and I love when the light turns off and then right to blue. Blues are so heavy in
Ooh,
this.
yeah.
That flame even looked more like red than like actual like orange fire.
Right. Yeah, it's almost
It's
pink.
amazing. Yeah. Just amazing how much this like looks better than like most movies made today.
Mm. Well, it's got also got to be because it's using film.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Dun.
Somebody blew out a fuse in the lab. Lights were out.
Look at that head of hair.
One of us could have gotten. We gotta find it. Knowles, why don't you come with me and we'll look outside? Palmer, you with windows, check the inside. I go with windows.
Rummer is back up.
Mm-hmm.
Child, go with child. Hey, fuck you, Palmer. I'm going with you. Who said I want you to go with me? Oh my God, that's bullshit.
So yeah, when they get to the blood scene, he says everyone else has like usually like a bright light on their eyes, especially.
We all meet back here in 20 minutes regardless. Everybody watch whoever you're with. Close.
Imagine this was like set in like a desert. Like,
Right.
interesting. I feel like if someone tried to remake this, they would try to make it like in space, make it like an alien type of thing.
Jason X.
Yeah.
So here's another example of dark humor in this movie.
Yeah.
I really like how no one addresses it whatsoever. It's just there.
I know, just there, yeah. In case you want it.
No question. Just
I'm all better. I'd like to come back inside. Now you got my promise.
you say nope.
I think he said no. I think he said no thanks.
Yeah.
I listen to that Palm Springs sound.
Right. Snowstorm be a desert storm.
Damn. Yeah, we only got like 40 minutes left, man. Things moving.
Moving, yeah. It's getting close to the other scene they gave me EBGBs for a while.
Mm-hmm. So good using like the tension.
Music, tension.
Yeah.
I love these like fade to black transitions.
Mm-hmm. And he stopped the frame earlier when it would fade to black. He would stop the frame. Yeah.
It's almost Truffaut like.
Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, next scene. Time has passed. Maybe an hour.
So this does beg the question. I'm assuming everyone's seen this movie, so I'm just going to go for it. I assume the thing that took him over copied everything, including his heart condition.
I would assume so, yeah. I guess like the beauty, like it can copy anything.
Right.
And you'll never know.
Yep.
They live amongst us. Maybe there's an alien or a thing amongst us right now. You'll never know.
You might be like, I'm getting the heck out of here.
But it's good though, because like if you establish like this massive storm's coming, like yeah, it's like if you obviously leave this little compound here, like you're gonna freeze to death.
You're gonna freeze to death, so you're trapped.
So it's like it traps you, as opposed to most people would be like, why wouldn't they just leave? I don't understand. Like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
But you have the storm coming in, all the helicopters are gone, you're trapped now.
There's no visibility, no flight, nothing. Well, yeah, everything's destroyed.
Mm.
I love this shot too. Just the slow dolly.
Mm-hmm. Like just that turning of the handle is just so creepy.
Yep.
I can hear it. We're like perfectly lined up right now.
Nice. Perfect.
Just love all the camera movements in this.
It's just enough. It's economical.
Little Shining reference.
Yep.
Honestly, you'd probably be doing everybody a favor. You blew everybody up.
Yep.
It's great makeup on him. Make him look freezing. Yeah, like he's frozen almost. He's out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Get in here. Bring me up. No, nobody gets out of my sight.
It's a great flare, man. I think still going.
Yeah.
Great. What'd you say? Great, use for that. Whoever made that flare. Look how great. Look how long it lasts. The longest lasting flare.
Infinity lasting flare.
Love like the low angle around like you're like the gun in the holster.
Right. I don't know. So after look at that. Wow. Look at that blocking. Amazing.
Bring that shot back.
Oh.
This is the scene that.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh.
There it is. Ah. Oof. We know it's not you. Shoot it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. And this. Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. Oh, there's another head.
Amazing. Yeah, I don't know how critics would watch this and be like, "This is like," I'd be like, mouth like at this time.
Oh no, my
like,
mouth was dropped in the theater.
Jaw dropped,
jaw firmly planted on the ground.
Like this guy's head.
Yeah, pretty much. I just think,
Like even that is just incredible.
I mean, just the detail and realistic look on the head,
Mm-hmm.
the hair and the eyes. Wow, that still looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Huh. I always get the chills.
Yeah.
There's shots.
There it is. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's just have two eyes too.
Oh, it's so creepy. We're just like, they're just like, it's almost like a little comedy there, just being like,
totally. And Palmer says what everyone's thinking in the theater.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I wonder what like kind of sounds they used for like the
screams.
screams.
You don't hear a lot about the sound effects.
Yeah,
unfortunately, because they really.
probably like a mix of multiple animals. And,
oh yeah, and human screams and.
I don't know if you ever heard like a fox scream. It sounds like a human scream, and it's terrifying.
Really? No, I don't think I have. Or maybe I have to realize it was a fox.
Like growing up, like you'd hear like scream. It literally sounds like someone is being like murdered, and you're just like terrifying. Yeah, if anyone has never heard a fox scream, look it up. He'd be like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm sure it is. You feeling lucky, punk?
Yeah.
Damn.
Actually, yeah, I remember one of the reviews I read was complaining about Kurt Russell doing Eastwood, especially in Escaping New York. I mean, I could kind of see that, but really, it's not.
Yeah, that scene felt very Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. But then that was sort of the thing in films at the time.
Hmm. I think Eastwood was one of the actors that turned this down too.
I can't see him in this.
No, can't either. I mean, you can't see anyone but Kurt Russell now at this point.
Yeah, true.
You see, when a man bleeds,
I love like the difference there, like because they've done that shot where they would pan across everybody that's essentially still left.
Yeah.
But this time they did all like individual shots as it panned, because it can be anybody now.
Could be anybody.
Anyone, any one of you. Yeah, could be me.
Well, this is not really.
Oof.
Yeah, it's just like the blade on the side of his jeans.
Yeah.
That's just a nasty. Ooh.
Mm. I love how he squeezes it. Like, get more. Windows. They do such a good job with the makeup though. Like Kurt Russell like just looks so tired right now.
Yeah.
I love that. Like
that. Yeah.
that like acting like it's almost like his head down. Like it's like, see like right there, like Palmer's
Yeah.
eyes are a little darker.
Well, half his face
And like
is
they're
dark.
all, yeah.
And
They're all
Palmer's
lit,
face
like, a
has
little
been
lighter.
half lit in this entire sequence.
But I love that, like the acting choice to be like looking down, like kind of menacingly, to be like, if I am it, I'm about to turn into it. Like,
right.
I guess you're okay. All right. Put that on and watch them.
Yeah, so now you're going to change all of your camera setups to be more individual.
And I'll show you what I
know. Nice.
Let's try to Doc and Clark.
Great names. Copper, Windows.
Copper's the name of the doctor.
Yeah.
And Clark was human. Which makes you a murderer, don't it? Palmer now.
Yeah, it does. He's a murderer. Palmer's like, oh, this is it. Well, you got me. It's me. That like fake hand right there.
It's been that for at least the last scene too. So you get used to it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Jeez. I love this shot when it was like Palmer now cuts to him like, well, you got me.
You got it. That's what you.
Oh. Yeah, Windows, what are you doing? You stand by the window. Oh, that's the end of Windows.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have not seen anything like this back then.
How are your parents reacting watching this?
They were silent.
Just being like, what the hell do we bring our kids to?
Yeah, what is this?
I love how the light like turned blue there.
Yeah.
Oh man, this movie gives me the chills every time. Damn, I want to play that game now. Like, do you know when that's coming out? I'm trying to play it.
Sometime, I think either end of the year or next year. You should play Still Wake. I think it's Still Wake the Deep.
Mm.
I just finished it yesterday. It's only like a 3-4 hour game from the Chinese room. It's heavily inspired by that thing.
Oh, nice.
I'll send you a trailer after this. It's basically if the thing was on an oil rig in
Oh, that'd
1975
be great.
in Scotland or Scottish coast.
I feel like you could easily like either make games or like even like you like a mini series or something like that. Like have the thing set somewhere else.
Well, like the game Among Us is essentially the thing,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. All good.
Get me out of here. Let me loose. Get the hell, come on, get me out of here. Come on, get me out of here.
Dude, I'd be doing the same thing, man.
Yeah, yeah,
I love how this whole sequence now is so much more quicker editing.
yeah.
Like,
That's how
give me
it's
that, and
set up.
it cuts him mid sentence to like out of it already.
Yeah,
We're all good.
we're
The
all
final
good.
four.
Yeah,
I know you gentlemen have been through a lot. When you find the time, I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter time.
There's your little more comedy.
yeah. There he goes. He loses it. I really love how this whole sequence came so quickly after the heart attack sequence. Like
Hmm.
barely catch your breath. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. Right to like 4 more people dead.
Now we're at the home stretch.
He tried to make it back here and we're not with him.
Almost looking into the camera there. Both of them.
Yep.
It's also one of the most iconic posters of all time.
Oh yeah. Was it one of those last minute things?
Yeah, I think I forget the artist's name.
Is this Drusen?
Yeah,
Was it Drew Struzan?
yeah,
Or...
that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think he did it overnight. And
Yeah.
Carpenter actually wasn't a big fan of it. He thought it made it seem like it was another slasher.
Mm-hmm.
I think he made a comment too that was like, just put a knife in his hand at that point. Like,
Again, now it's
but obviously
iconic.
now it's an iconic poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Just reading that Struzan did it overnight. He had seen no publicity photos of the film.
It's crazy. After seeing nothing. What's it called? The Thing. All right, I'll be right back. Like, I forgot to mention in the last scene when Kurt Russell threw the dynamite. Where's it coming up? Might be coming up.
It's coming up.
No, I think it was when he threw it at Palmer or whatever.
Oh, right.
he didn't realize how big the explosion was going to be. So that was an actual genuine reaction of him, like really diving out of the way, being like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, the things they got away with back then.
Yeah, yeah. Kurt Russell wouldn't be anywhere near that today. Tom Cruise would be lighting it and jumping in with it.
You're doing it from a parachute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the Carpenter Steadicam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can try and find this score. Let's see what eBay says. The vinyl.
It's out there.
Oh, yeah,
I think my friend has it.
Waxwork.
It's out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes for like $100 on there. I'm sure they'll do another pressing of it eventually.
Yep.
Some anniversary. Or maybe one day I'll just go to a record store and there it is.
You never know.
the original pressing just sitting there. The record stores around me actually aren't terribly priced. Like they don't really overprice things. They're very reasonable. Because I've seen some things and I'm like, I'll go to like record stores and you'll be like, see something for $70. I'm like, dude, you can get that for like $5 record store down the street.
Yeah.
I'll get $5 for you down the street. Like, what do you want it? Like,
you must have amazing selection of used LPs though in LA.
Oh yeah, I found some really good ones. There's a record store near me called Third Eye. They're like, I literally walk to it. It's like 5 blocks away, and they're always very reasonably priced. They get some pretty good soundtracks in there too. I got the OG Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, like original pressings for pretty cheap, like only $15-$20. They don't price them like really high.
That's actually really considerate for them to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, his stuff's always in very good condition. See, that's what you guys should have done in the beginning. Just blow everything up. Get drunk and blow everything up. Freeze to death.
Yep.
Or just fall asleep out in the cold. Won't even feel anything. Oh, this music always seems like a heartbeat.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's intentional.
Mm-hmm. We're getting towards the end.
Yep.
I assume these are miniatures. They're probably blown up.
I think those
I don't know.
The set.
It could be practical. It could be the set, yeah.
Then they used the post-explosion of the structure for the Norwegian camps.
I guess they're like, all right, I guess we're done with all these scenes. Let's blow it up.
Yeah.
It's great there because this set probably wasn't that long, but they just reused the same shots to make it seem like how long the corridor was.
The different angles.
Yeah.
Different camera angles.
Mm-hmm. You said there's comics too, post this.
Apparently, there was a short comics series that shows the Ukrainian child being rescued. And I think they came back with the military.
I'd like to finally destroy it.
Yeah, sort of. And I think somehow the child ends up in a submarine that got affected, and he sacrifices himself. kill it in the destroy a submarine, killing it.
Mm. Yeah, I think you could make a sequel to this, just have it set in another like you put it in like a submarine or something.
Yeah.
Like you can't escape that, especially if like you'd say like the submarine like crashes or something.
Yeah.
Or stuck down at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, he just has like the dynamite like on his chest. Like,
He's wearing it like a vest.
Yeah.
Casual.
It's a new style. All these sets still hold up very well.
Yeah. And it's lit really well. It's blocked really well.
Mm-hmm. Using the set there, move the camera back and keep moving around.
Yeah.
Use the whole damn thing. That's why you built it. Might as well use it. Damn. Oof.
Yeah.
Ugh. I like how that one was like more of a silent, like kill too.
Very silent kill. You see
Because I
how
feel
his
like
hand
everything
is
up to that
under the
point,
fist.
everything up to that point's been so like violent. Like,
Right. That was more quiet.
Yeah. Then there were three. Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
I love this shot. It's great lighting.
Yeah.
Gotta make a decision quick.
Oh,
shit.
Here it comes.
I love how it takes that.
Like,
trying to kill me.
oh, God.
Damn.
That was. Oh, here comes the dog.
Crazy. This almost sounds like The Shining here.
Right.
This music. It's great. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Big old practical explosion.
There it is.
Wasn't this another one of those explosion that was bigger than they expected. They were able to feel the heat from where they were.
Probably being like, oh shit. It's like one of those where you're like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
it
looked great, but oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit, the lens cap was on. Whoops.
Yeah, imagine that.
Probably like 4 cameras going.
Oh yeah.
And we have reached the end.
So you celebrate with a drink.
Yep. Have you heard what Carpenter said about this ending?
He knows it, but he's not going to say. Unless he gets
What's
money.
that?
He knows. He's never going to say.
Yeah. Well, I was looking it up. Apparently on Reddit, he did respond to somebody during like an AMA in like 2013.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know how it's confusing to people at the end. Like, he's like, just look at the breathing. Kurt Russell's breathing and he cuts to Keith David and you don't see any breath. That's according to him.
According to him, yeah.
So
the breath is more obvious.
take it that, yeah, because he even said, he's like, I don't know how people, he thinks it's pretty obvious. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he's backtracked those comments, but when I read that and then I like rewatched it, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Well, yeah, Kanye was saying, but how he lit them differently as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a breath. So who knows?
There's breath there, yeah. But I guess it's like implying that he's like breathing less. I don't know. So I could see how it's still confusing, but that's the point, though.
Ultimately, he knows. He's not going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine to have an ending like this back in 1982. A lot of people were turned off by it if they were.
Yeah,
they wanted they want to know.
Which I feel like most audiences now
are
like, what?
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, or they'll boo at the end, be like, "Oh, that sucked. That was the ending." The end. Yeah, I feel like for the first time I watched this movie, I was just like, once it ends, you're just like, ugh. The chills still come back. You're like, ugh.
I mean, the ending is the film. It's just the paranoia.
Exactly.
You do not know.
This podcast is hosted and edited by Pat Brennan. That's me, with intro and closing music by Patrick Baxter.